Hello, I'm Emily Tullock, and you're watching Keep Media News. Joining us today is Executive Director of Barnstable Land Trust, Janet Milkman, and Christy Kapp, Executive Director of Resilient Roots. And we're going to be discussing an exciting new project they're teaming up to work on together. So let's talk about the project happening at Fuller Farm in Marstons Mills. You guys are planting a demonstration garden, and you're also bringing educational programming to the farm. Can you tell us more about that? And do you anticipate teaming up for more projects like this in the future?
So the specific project that we're doing at Fuller Farm is just a 3/4 acre chunk of the whole farm, kind of close to where the homestead was to begin with. And as you said, we are just starting the development of a series of gardens plus a food forest. And what we're trying to do is to show people how they can, in their own backyards, do some of these things. They have a place that they can now come and see how it's gonna look, which is a little different than your typical vegetable garden or even your typical Cape Cod backyard with a lot of lawn. So we're going to be trying to mimic natural ecosystems in our gardening effects. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to enhance wildlife habitat and protect the water resources and to mitigate climate change effects by planting more things that are going to sequester carbon. And we're doing all this in a way that is very demonstratable, very visual, so that people can come walk through these gardens and start to visualize how they can do this in their own backyards.
For context, this is a 22-acre farm and one of the few remaining sort of open fields. Half of it is open field and half of it is woodland with a lovely trail on it. So as Christy said earlier, bringing this back to be a point of engagement and learning for our community is so important. It hasn't been actively farmed since the 50s. So we're sort of bringing it back into the 21st century, our new perspective on farming. And for the Land Trust, it's a great new project, not only because of the wonderful relationship with Resilient Roots, but also because conservation is so much more than just protecting land from development. It's all about helping people reconnect with the land. We've seen so many people come out during these difficult times of COVID who may not have really been used to being outside or walking trails. And so it's just wonderful timing and a great opportunity to connect with Christy, who's such a leader in her field, and to be able to open up the farm for programming, not only with Resilient Roots, but also we hope in future to have some livestock grazing, perhaps goats or sheep, and possibly some other kind of incubator style gardening there, so that we can become a point of learning and sharing for these really, really important issues. It's really, really important for all the reasons Christy said, but also for people to know where their food comes from and see it, touch it, feel it, all those great things.
Well, thank you both for joining us today, and thank you for all of the important work you're doing in our community for our natural ecosystems.